Witam wszystkich bardzo serdecznie w Vampyr. Zaczynamy. Przepraszam was za to, że tak był pocięty, ale nic nie straciliście w poprzednim odcinku. Po prostu jest pocięty na takie kawałki, gdzie mi się dłużyło strasznie. No i dlatego tak jest. Ale nic nie straciliście, to po prostu te ucięte sceny i pokazanie ich już po uciętych jest tym. Jest... Nie wiem jak to powiedzieć. Tak czy siak, nic nie straciliście. Dobra. Teraz musimy zbadać krew. Oczywiście ulepszyłem wampira. Jak widzicie, ma więcej życia i staminki. Więc będzie dobrze. Dobra, mam zbadać krew. A może... Nie wiem, czy ja nie mogę coś tutaj ulepszyć. O, mogę. Nie. Półglinowe. I teraz używamy tego.
Razvan Vasily was infected by Spanish flu, but also has the highly unstable blood of the Scows. Is the London vampire epidemic transmitted through the flu? I should talk to Dr. Swansea about it.
To do doktora Swansea'ego. Rodzinna historia, tak?
I cannot enter. Evening, Edgar. Could I get your professional opinion?
Please speak, but I have something important to tell you.
This strain of flu, it's very different from the one I saw in Europe. It's downright peculiar.
Really? What makes you say that?
I've just looked at the blood of one of our recently deceased.
I see. Do you have anything more to go on?
This disease spreads and looks like the Spanish flu, but its effects differ greatly. The London strain is different from the continental one.
This is very interesting. Did you find something else?
Yes. Unlike the flu, the infected begin to show an increase in outwardly aggressive behavior. More than simple agitation. Once docile people become violent.
You mean like rabies? Is there a chance we could create a vaccine, Jonathan, like Pasteur? By the stole, that would be smashing.
There's a lot we're not seeing here. But it is spreading, and quickly. If we don't act, the whole city could be lost.
But Jonathan, we've a fantastic opportunity sitting right here in front of us. A weapon of choice.
What on earth do you mean?
Why, you, my dear boy. With your expertise and your blood, we could isolate the properties that course through your veins. Think about the possibilities.
I admit it did occur to me. Blood seems to be the common factor in all of this.
I totally agree. We're in uncharted territory here. Maybe it's just wishful thinking, but imagine the possibilities.
We'll discuss this more later. Thank you for your time.
No, thank you, Jonathan. But as I said, I needed to talk to you. I have some rather bad news.
Yes?
I'm afraid it's your sister.
O
My
kur...
sister.
She's to be buried this evening at Whitechapel Cemetery. Your mother published the obituary this morning.
I see.
I'm sorry, Jonathan. Please accept my condolences.
Czyli weź udział w pogrzebie, coś tak czułem. No to bierzemy. O, to sprawa rodziny. Udaj się na cmentarz strony.
But the suffering continues.
I never thought I would have to attend.
Zanim coś powiesz, panie... A to co? Doktor Swansea. Następny nowy dialog. Udamy się tam.
My murdered sister's funeral. Mary, I can't forgive myself. I'll find the truth about what happened to us. I swear.
Dobrze idę? Nie, dobrze idę. To mnie chyba już nikt nie zobaczy, albo... O, wrogi jeszcze.
Back in the crowd!
Dobra. Aha, przed siebie po prostu, okej.
My dear sister, I don't know if I have the strength.
Wdowa w opałach? Jakie śledztwo? Co? Czy ja... Jest tu jakieś wejście na górę?
Since I can't reveal myself to my mother now, I must find a discreet spot to attend the ceremony. My mother would die if she were to see me in this state. I must wait.
I am the resurrection and the life. He that believeth in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. And whosoever liveth and believeth in me shall never die. We commend unto thy hands of mercy, most merciful Father, the soul of our sister departed, and we commit her body to the ground. Earth to earth, ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
Why kill my Mary and stick her here in this cold, god-awful place?
These are the legal requirements for the epidemic, madam.
Oh, Avery, I feel so tired. Please take me home.
Yes, madam.
Okej.
Oh, Mary. What have I done? If I could only change one thing. One thing. This is a nightmare.
Jonathan, there is nothing you can do but accept it.
What brings you here?
I thought you could use the company. I am so sorry for your loss, Jonathan.
She was a good person. Vibrant, full of life. She was kindness incarnate, my Mary.
You're a good person, Jonathan. And a young Ekon. A newborn cast into the night without so much as a candle to guide your way.
She had been scouring the most dangerous parts of London in search of me. And it led to her death.
Jonathan, don't.
I still hear her last thoughts. They echo in my head. Her mind shattered, and it haunts me.
Jonathan, stop. Listen carefully. You must come to terms with this. You must learn to live with what happened.
How can I? I've destroyed my family. My poor mother. I can't even console her.
Don't you see? You're doing the work of our enemies, feeding your remorse. We are weakest when we grieve, and the guilt blurs our senses.
And so this is why you're here. To warn me. You've felt this pain yourself. You too have endured this.
I don't want to lose you, Jonathan. I've lost so many friends. Loved ones I cherished. Pray for Mary's forgiveness, if you must.
Thank you, my lady. I will.
Good. But be careful. If I found you here, others may too.
What should I do then?
St. Mary's Church is not far from here. Go there and make your peace. Find the solace you need.
My lady wants me to confess.
No, Jonathan. It's you who wants to confess, I think.
Oj, oj, oj. Jak tu do kościoła? Przecież pamiętam, co robił ten krzyż. Co jest z tym wczytywaniem?
Steady, boys! Got one of them! Die, Vermin!
Oh my god!
Dobrze idę.
And off to church he goes, a newborn seeking divine consent to lick the blood from the soft and pointy crown.
Who are you? Make yourself known.
Newborn, you reek of guilt and pointless compassion. Shed your skin, forget your old weaker self.
What do you want from me?
Ja walę.
Ascalon does not approve of lone wolves who bring unwanted eyes to our pastures.
So your name is Ascalon.
Ascalon's will is vampire law. Learn them, abide by them, or I shall return as your judge and jury.
Czyli co mam zrobić?
These immortals try my patience with their plans and unsolicited counsel.
Stop! Vampire! The power of the... I order you to step back.
This man stunned me with his face. His crucifix. This is not good news.
A no tak, to był status wrogi. Dobra.
Yes? What is it that you want?
I'm sorry to disturb you at such a late hour.
No worries, my son. I'm still quite awake, having just returned from a funeral.
Yes, I know. I've forgotten what I wanted. I don't know.
May I help you, child? You seem somewhat perturbed.
I haven't the strength to cross the threshold. I wish to pray, to cleanse my soul.
The church is shut by order of the bishop. But I'm still the vicar of St. Mary's, if that is any use to you, my son.
You seem to me a good soul, Vicar. But this is a personal matter.
There are no secrets from God, my son. If your heart needs comfort, consider me your chapel. For I can be as silent as stone.
I've words for one departed. They're not for living ears to hear.
Your eyes burn with rage, yet I see the pain that lies beyond. I am here to lighten the burden of all God's creatures. Whatever you tell me.
Puść mnie! Co mi tak wyje?
Very well, priest. As you seem quite adamant.
Open your heart, my son. Tell me what burdens you. With whom do you wish to speak?
She was my sister.
You seem so troubled by the loss of this girl. What happened to her?
She was murdered.
I see. And how are you feeling, my son?
Umarła przeze mnie, czuję się odpowiedzialny, chciałbym to wszystko...
She died because of me. How do you think I feel?
I have a final question for you, my son. This is of the utmost importance.
Ask your question, Vicar.
What words would you like to say to your poor sister?
I killed you. There's no excuse. My dear Mary, forgive me.
You have been heard, my son, and your burden will lighten if your words are sincere. Go in peace now, and live your life in the way she would have wanted.
Co tak wyje? Sprawdźmy, co tak wyje. Czemu mi to wczytywanie się chwilę odpala?
I confessed to that vicar.
Tulcie te ryje, bo ciągle mi wszystko... O, fuck! Jaki level. O, ty pało. Co jest? No, nareszcie. W modlitwie mi przeskazali tym wyciem. Aż mnie bolało, jak to robiłem. Aleluj. Dobra, gdzie mam iść? Spotkaj się z Edgarem w szpitalu. Dobra, no to do szpitala. To się tam jakoś... Geta. No. W sumie tu jest niebezpieczna dzielnica, ale luj, co tam, najwyżej się trochę pobijemy. Fuck! Z bossem chyba od razu. Pamiętam cię. Zabił mnie. Pójdziemy inną drogą. Pójdę inną drogą, będzie lepiej. O. Dobra, pójdziemy tą, wrócimy się. Trochę to zajmie. A czemu tu jest on? Co się tu wydarzyło? Nie będziemy robić tych znaczników. Pomyślmy. Dobra, pójdziemy tak od razu, tędy i tędy, jak się da. Dobrze idę. Nie chce mi się z wami walczyć, spitalać. Dobra. Teraz w górę. Dobrze. Jesteśmy coraz bliżej szpitala.
Over there! There's one of them vermin! Watch yourselves! Oh, that's fucking smart! Select! Get it!
Dobra, napełniłem sobie. Wszystko pięknie, ładnie.
Remorse and pain are precious when binding you to the earth. You. I remember you.
Co jest? Co to kur?
Fear be gone. I would harm no child of my making.
This is your doing. You made me this creature. What are you?
I am the land. You are our champion.
You selected me, chose me.
As shall my children yet to come.
What is it you seek?
This age is sickly. An ancient poison, an older rage, brewed in a cauldron newly forged.
This has something to do with the epidemic.
Seek truth, my champion. Defeat the serpent of knowing with iron spur.
Okej.
I've had enough of others making decisions for me, pretending to know how I should feel or behave. So the vampire who made me is some sort of disembodied entity? Or was he just projecting this vision in my mind? Maybe Edgar can help me with this one.
God protect us. You've got a leech in the hospital.
Yes, my hospital. My mission is to heal while you go about warring.
You've set the table for a snake. I wonder why there's venom in your food.
I'm growing tired of your song. You're a woodsman, McCallum, not a doctor. Return to your hunt.
Remember, I've a good nose for machinations. I can flare the scent at a mile. You can't hide from the god.
Leave him, Jonathan. This is sacred ground. Neutral territory. And I just had the carpet cleaned. By the sacred stole, this is very bad news. Bad news indeed.
What happened?
The hospital has been attacked. We have injured patients, at least one dead and several missing. This has spiraled out of control. Even the most infirm are asking to be allowed to return home.
The hospital is chaotic as it is. No one will notice a few more bodies.
Of course, you're right. But we cannot afford a public scandal. It would ruin us. We must restore order, and quickly.
You mentioned a dead patient. Who is he?
She, Jonathan. She was Miss Harriet Jones. I found her room like a slaughterhouse. Blood everywhere. The duty nurse is taking care of the mess.
I've just returned from my sister's funeral, Edgar. I don't have the heart for this.
Jonathan, please. I can't rely on anyone else. And this concerns you as it involves vampires. Someone has taken advantage of our more liberal tendencies here.
In what way?
Jonathan, I may turn my head when you or her ladyship indulge, but I will not allow this place to become a nest for street feeders.
Please then, tell me.
Sean Hampton, the man we thought we'd saved at the docks. It seems he was infected after all.
So Hampton became more beast than man.
Exactly. And now Guard of Prewen suspects the hospital of vampire activity. Do you realize what that could mean for us?
Rest assured, I will protect you and your staff.
McCullum is a fanatic. The Guard will stop at nothing. You don't know what they're capable of, Jonathan.
Very well. Since I brought Mr. Hampton here, I will put an end to this.
Sean Hampton lives and breathes for the...
Co to jest? No. No. Dobra.
The well-being of his flock. There's no other place he would go but the docks.
Tutaj aż. No dobra. Niech będzie. No jeśli...
I will not let you down, my boy.
Dobra. Jeszcze raz, gdzie mam iść? W dół, mocno w dół.
It seems the Prewen are redoubling their patrols in the district. I must be more careful.
A, staminkę mi całą zżar. Dobra, sprawdźmy, czy dobrze idę. Dobrze. Teraz przez sam most. Dobra, nie chce mi się. I prosto. Kurna, ile tutaj ludzi strzela, ja pierdzielę. Którą mańkę? W tamtą mańkę. A nie, idź pan w chuj. Dobra, jak mam iść? Tędy nie przejdę, muszę się cofnąć. Co to jest? Stare czujniki maniery. Misja poboczna. Nie. Muszę się cofnąć. A, ja źle poszedłem w ogóle. Muszę ogarnąć tą mapę. Nie, muszę się wrócić. Tam. Dobrze. No mniej więcej. Bardzo dobrze. Nie, nie będziemy teraz robić tego. Dobra, gdzie mam iść? Wprost, okej. A nie mogę już, serio? Przynajmniej się nawet uleczyć się.
But now everything seems...
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am. And who are you?
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your name, then?
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two of your bones, just so you remember it.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to talk to him.
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk to him?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Ile ja muszę mieć, żeby go tam? 4. Dobra. Nie
Goodbye,
będziemy
Mr.
przyciągać.
Digby.
Everyone's throwing the blame.
Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed. May I ask you a few questions?
Who are you? What do you want?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From the Pembroke Hospital, actually.
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I don't have any money for you leeches.
I'm not here for charity, Miss...
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton. Do you know where I could find him?
The sad saint? I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left hospital recently.
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Goodbye, Miss Cox.
O, coś ciekawego.
Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
A vampire? Whatever do you mean?
I'm a tracker of these creatures. A vampire hunter.
You best be off to your hunting then. For if the sewer dog is back, and hunting all these poor folk, he needs a catching.
A sewer dog? What's it look like?
It's an old story. A monster with daggers for teeth and icy claws. He comes of a sudden, nighttime, claiming innocence, then vanishes.
Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight? Back to the docks, are we?
You remember me then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality. I'm Jonathan Reed, by the way.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
The important thing is I find him, quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr. Watts.
Dziękuję wszystkim za oglądanie. Widzimy się w następnym odcinku. Na razie.